Big day today. Round 2 of the Philly Sports Media Field of 64 kicks off. Lots of teams remaining in the brackets. Villanova's not one of them. Let's get to the breakdown and analysis. All right, let's get right to your round 2 analysis. Going to be round 2 games on Monday and Tuesday this week, Sweet 16 on Wednesday and Thursday, and then each regional final will get its own day. That begins on Friday. Let's zoom it into the WIP region. Round 2, Angelo Cataldi, Josh Innes. Really like this matchup. Angelo, big-time favorite, but Josh had me on his show last week. Big push for his listeners. The neutral crowd here will be rooting for Josh. Expect this to be a close one. Angelo is still your favorite, but Josh is throwing a lot of weight into the voting here. One of my favorite round 2 matchups, Glenn Macnow, Ray Dittinger. You gotta Ray is beloved. You got Glenn, longtime WIPer. Many feel that he was wrong. Recent programming decisions from WIP. This could come down to the wire. I'm thinking overtime, double overtime maybe. We may even need a recount, hanging chads, all that stuff. The 6'11 Paul Jolly. You got to figure Jolly's riding high after his upset of the 3-seed Rhea Hughes. But I think the slipper ceases fitting Jolly here. Anthony Gargano, just too strong to contend with in the second round. I expect him to move on to the Sweet 16. Love the 7-2 here. Really tough game, almost like UConn Nova. Al is the heavy favorite, but Rob is an up-and-comer. He has the potential to bust through this bracket on during the day, but not on long enough to really have detractors. Al may suffer from some of the anti-morning show crowd, whereas Rob doesn't really have that issue. Expect this to be a real good matchup. I like Al a lot. I like Rob a lot. This could be a good one. Let's bring it down to the 97.5 region. Mike Missinelli, Joe DeCamara. Joe had a close win against Phil from Mount Airy. Showed some chinks in the armor, almost losing that one as the slightly favored 8-seed. Gonna be a real tough matchup against the 1-seed Missinelli. I do expect Missinelli to advance here. Although, expect Joe to get some of the Missinelli detractors vote. My favorite match of the second round, the 4-5, Sean Brace, John Marks, partners. We really look forward to the comments on this one. I know John and Sean do as well. You got to see how this plays out. As I said, you're going to have both people. They're going to have their anti-Marks people, your anti-Brace people. They're going to cancel each other out. It's going to be a popularity contest between the 4 and the 5. This is going to be a good one. 6-11 match here. Nick Cale, Harry Mays. Really interesting matchup. I think the chalk wins here. Harry, well-liked, on a little bit more experience than Nick, although Nick does have a depth of knowledge that he brings to each broadcast. This will be a good game. This will be a good one. The 2-7, Jason Martinez, Tony Bruno. This one got a little national love on Olbermann. Bruno, simply because he took the vote national, and the committee is okay with this. A ruling has been issued. We expect him to advance here simply because he's getting the national vote, although we do respect Martinez as the 7-seed. Think Tony is just too strong here to knock off in the second round. Let's zoom it over to the TV region. This doesn't work. This isn't working. There we go. Okay. The number 1-8, Michael Barkan, D. Lynham. Really gotta like Barkan here. What else can you say? The 4-5, love this. Mentor, mentee. Again, don't know if that's true. Leslie Goodell, Amy Fadul. This one comes down to the wire. I think overall, Amy's got Final Four potential, but I thought that about John Clark, and we see how that ended. Really good matchup here. Goodell, Fadul. This could go either way. This will be one to watch. This is happening today, Monday. The 6th, 3-6, Derek Gunn, Neil Hartman. Neil, tough weekend with St. Joe's and Villanova. Watch both schools lose to UConn. Meanwhile, D. Gunn breaking Eagle side of stories like there's no tomorrow. He's playing well coming into the tournament. Neil has scuffled down the stretch. This is going to be a close one. You got to think Neil is the favorite, but Derek Gunn is hot right now. The 7-15, Colleen Wolfe, Marshall Harris. What can you say? Wolfe coming off a huge win, a 59-41 win against prohibitive favorite John Clark. Just think she's going to be too tough to handle for Marshall Harris here. Can't see a way she beats Clark and loses to Marshall Harris. Just too difficult of a matchup here. This one's got Cinderella, Florida Gulf Coast, Dunk City right here. Who knows? She could be in the Elite Eight. This is wild. It's madness right here. The 1-8, Todd Zalecki, Jeff McLean. It's a really good matchup. Inquirer, Eagles reporter, MLB.com, Phillies reporter. Two veterans, two good squads. This could go either way right here. This could go either way. Both are very good at what they do. McLean, probably a little bit more on the original reporting. Todd, maybe just a little bit more well-rounded. We'll see how this shakes out. The 12-4, Kempski, Kapadia. This is a tough one. Both up-and-coming writers, simply because Kapadia is maybe more well-known at this point, been running the Eagles 24/7 blog along with Tim McManus on Philly Mag. Really tough draw for Kempski. Otherwise, could see Kempski going on. He's a Sweet 16 caliber team, but Kapadia real strong in the first round against Gonzo. Don't see that stopping here. Do expect Kapadia to advance, although we look for Kempski, maybe along with Elliott Shore, Parks, be a higher seed next year. Lots of returning underclassmen. 6-3 matchup, Ryan Lawrence, Tim McManus. Real good one here. Real good, real solid. Tim, again, Eagles 24/7 with Shield. Ryan Lawrence, Daily News Phillies writer, does a great job. Broke the Jimmy Rollins Who Cares story. Many other stories, much different than other Phillies reporters. We really like Lawrence. I don't know. I think Tim is too strong here, and I think we're setting up for a Tim Shield regional final. I just think that's the way this bracket is breaking. And finally, the 7-12, Frank Saravalli, Daily News, Jim Salisbury, CSN Philly. Tough one. Like the 7 seed here, though. Saravalli, both break news. Trade rumors, team news, exclusive sources from Salisbury. Ditto for Saravalli. His commentary often has a little bit more bite. We appreciate that around here. Like Saravalli to squeak out Salisbury, but you don't know. It might be a popularity contest here, and Salisbury's got a lot of fans. Big win off Baker. Online-centric Baker in the first round. So Salisbury's coming into this game riding high. So what does this all mean for the future rounds? Well, we'll have an update later in the week, but if we could just scroll it over here, you're looking probably, you're looking at maybe a Macnow-Cataldi regional semifinal, maybe a Gargano-Ellis, Gargano-Morgani here. Really, really like the idea of a potential Macnow-Ellis, you took my seat sort of game right here in the regional final. That'll be a 12 versus 7. That would get some attention. Over here, tough call. You like Missinelli to advance against either of his two former producers, and you bring it down here. Figure you got Harry Mays, Tony Bruno. That'll be a real good Sweet 16 to watch. That's just the way the bracket's breaking over there. Up in the TV area, I don't know why I can't drag in this direction. Tough call. I say you go Barkan Fadul. If you gun to the head, Barkan Goodell, it's tough call. Really like, you're going to look at Hartman, Colleen Wolfe. As for the regional final, I could see a Fadul Colleen Wolfe final. I just think it's going the Blondes' direction up in the TV region. And if you move it on down to the writers' region, this could go anyway. But again, I think you can get a Kapadia-McManus regional final. You can almost merge them together, send them to the Final Four as one. We won't do that. That will cause lots of controversy. Anyway, that's your round 2 breakdown. Let the voting begin.